Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here we go!
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Derek Wolfe coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Let's go!
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Partner, let's revisit the NFC East for a second. We talked about this last week, about how good that division is. But what about the Cowboys now 5-1? Can anybody catch them?
I don't think that they're out of reach, but I can't believe that we're actually talking about Dallas at the top of the list right now because let's go back to the offseason. So many losses, and then Tony Romo gets hurt in preseason. Who saw Dak Prescott doing what he's doing and the defense playing as well as it is?
Yeah, Washington 4-2, but Dallas has already beaten them head-to-head. Now Simeon. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And he's brought down after a good gain.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's got it complete to Fowler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run. Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Prescott. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the play there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
Let's go.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Here's Prescott. Going right side. He has Winton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Craig in there to sack him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come out in the pistol. Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coaches.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Broncos coming out now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now Simeon. But he will have him in. Demaryius Thomas. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, we saw some fun things around the NFL in Week 6. You had a nose tackle, Dontari Poe, get into the end zone. Kobe Fleener, a tight end, ran a sweep into the end zone. Interesting week.
The college game does have an influence on the NFL. Kobe Fleener, that was a jet sweep that normally you see in the college game more than anywhere.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 34 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In the backfield is Anderson. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas from 10 yards out. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Romo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll air it out deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now here come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel?